Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the new Milani Concealers. I did pick up two shades. I picked up the darkest shade, which is 185 Cocoa. And I also picked up a shade to highlight with, which is 165 Deep Tan. So yes, I'm not going to spend too much time on this intro. You're going to see me demonstrate how the concealers look and kind of demonstrate my first impression of what I think about them in this video. So yes, if you're interested in watching and seeing what my first impressions are so far, then keep on watching. All right, now that I got y'all up close and personal, let's get into these concealers. So Milani just released some new shades of concealer. I'm not exactly sure how many they released, but I do have, I think here, the darkest shade. Let me see how many they released. Right, so Milani just released 18 shades of concealer, and I do have two of the shades here. I have the darkest shade, which is 185, and this is Cool Cocoa. This is what it looks like. I don't know if this is going to be dark enough to contour with, because this is kind of almost similar to my skin tone. This is normally what I use the contour with, which is the Makeup Revolution, and as you can see, it is significantly darker than the Milani. Okay, I also got the shade Deep Tan to highlight with, so I'm gonna do a couple swatches so you guys can kind of see what they look like. I'm gonna swatch, and I already got swatches on my arm. Grab a makeup wipe. I'm gonna do a swatch against my favorite concealer, which is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer in the shade Chestnut. So I'm going to do a swatch of that. So that's what this looks like. This is what I normally use to highlight. So I'm going to swatch that there. And then I'm going to take the Milani one that I picked up. And I may need to pick up a deeper shade, but I thought the shade looked pretty good. Oh yeah, I don't think it's too bad. The undertones are a little bit different, but it's not too bad. So here is the Milani. And then this is the Too Faced that I use to highlight underneath the eyes. And this is Milani. So not too much off. The undertones are a little off, but that's okay. Also, let's do the contour shade. So this is the contour shade by Milani. I'm going to go up here. That's it right there. And it's not that light. It looks a little bit lighter in the bottle than it really is, but I'm gonna go against the contour shade that I normally use, which is the Makeup Revolution in C18. Yeah, this one is dark. It's a lot deeper than that one. All right, so that's what that's looking like. So this is Makeup Revolution C18, and this is Milani in the deepest shade, which is 185 Cool Cocoa. All right. So this is normally what I use the contour with, and this is what they have. So I'm going to try a little bit of it once I get into the contour and to see how it is. But I'm probably going to end up having to go in with the Makeup Revolution concealer for contour. Alrighty. So I don't have this thick foundation. It was hard for me to kind of look on the website to see what shade I was, and the shades looked a little light. I have not seen them in stores around here yet where I live. So I'm going to keep an eye out for it. But I do have the Milani Concealer Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer in Golden Toffee. And this is their liquid, not concealer, their liquid foundation. So I'm going to give this a shake. I have been wearing this during the summer. It is a little bit dewy for the summertime. But I'm going to use this today. Oh wait, I forgot to wet my beauty blender. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to use my beauty blender. I'm going to go in with a couple pumps of this foundation on the back of my beauty blender. Shake it real good. Ooh, that's a pretty generous pump. So that is what one pump is looking like. I'm going to start out with just like one pump because I don't want to like put too much. This foundation is a little thick, and a little bit does kind of go a long way. And hopefully it doesn't make me look too tan because I was wearing this in the summer. So hopefully the shade isn't too off. I think it might be a little deeper. Ooh, yeah. This is definitely my summer shade. That's my beauty blender that has a smell. I got the Christmas, the holiday set that had like the soaps in it. And so the soap smelled like mint. So that's what I'm smelling. But the foundation itself doesn't really have a smell to it. Just smells like foundation, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is definitely a little bit deeper than what I'm normally wearing, I think, right now. But it's okay. I'll just make it work. Come down my neck sometimes it's so dark. And this is definitely probably my summer shade. Oh yeah. Alright, hopefully this doesn't turn out too bad, because I got someplace I gotta go. So I'm gonna like try to over conceal so it doesn't look too dark. But I do like the way this foundation goes on. It looks really nice in the skin, and it does leave the skin very hydrated looking. And that's just one pump. So I feel like I got enough coverage with like one pump. I don't have to go in. Yeah, this is definitely a summer shade for me. Okay, so that's what that's looking like. And let's go ahead and get into the concealer. I'm going to use the shade 165 in Deep Tan to highlight underneath the eyes. Alright, so this is what the applicator is looking like. It's like your doe foot applicator. This reminds me kind of the Fenty applicator. It's similar to that one. So yeah, and a lot comes out on the stick in the first swipe. Alright, so I want to see how well it kind of covers everything without me having to go back in. It's nice and creamy. You don't have to dip back in multiple times. And I'm gonna see if this is, if it's able to like be able to work with after it kind of sits for a minute. I'll put a little bit more right here because I know I need a little coverage right there, my little dips. Alright, so that's what that shade is kind of looking like. Not too bad. This is normally kind of close to what I use to conceal, and that was just one dip in and whatever. So normally I let this sit and then I go ahead and contour. So I'm gonna use that shade in 185 Cool Cocoa. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with the shade Cool Cocoa to contour. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's gonna be too light. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be too light. Alright, so I can't use that to contour. Alright, that's my skin is darker than the contour. So this is the darkest shade, okay? So somebody with a lighter skin tone, I'm gonna just keep it, throw it in the kit. I can probably use it. I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Revolution C18 to add some contour. As you can see, this shade is a lot deeper. A lot deeper. And you do have to kind of work with this one quickly because it does dry really quickly. So I'm gonna go right in and go ahead and blend out my contour, and then I'll come back to the concealer, the highlight shade. Yeah, so definitely I can contour with this versus the other shade. I definitely cannot contour with that at all. Yeah, that's definitely not, I'm not able to contour with that. So Milani, we need some darker concealers. Y'all did good with coming out with as many shades as you did, but we need at least a couple more darker ones so that we can contour. Because I mean, I can't even contour with it, and I'm not the darkest chick on the spectrum. I'm in the dark range, but there's people out there darker than me, so of course they will have nothing to contour with. They probably can use that as a highlight shade. Alright, so now this concealer is sit a little bit, I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and kind of blend everything out. I'll start with the forehead like how I normally do. So I can see this kind of dries down a little quick because it is not trying to really move right now. So work quickly with this one. Yeah, work quickly with this one. So I would do like one eye at a time and then go to the other eye. Very creamy. It does look like it is full coverage from what I can see as I'm starting to blend this out. And so I did my eyes using the Pure Passions palette by Milani. So yeah, I think that was the only other thing I used Milani. I have on Kiss lashes in the style Gala. And my eyeliner is the L'Oreal Silkissime eyeliner. And the top is top waterline. I mean, not the waterline. That's in my waterline. And the top is lined with my Inglot 77 gel liner, which I absolutely love. So yeah, I would definitely recommend working in sections with this one. Definitely this is full coverage from what I can see right off of the bat. I don't feel like I need to go in with any more. The shade looks pretty good. I'm just gonna go through and kind of try to finish blending everything in. But yeah, work quickly with this one. Don't let it sit for too long. I'm going to wear this for a couple hours and then I'll let y'all know how it kind of wore. Alright, so I'm going to go in and set this using the Milani powder in medium to deep. I think they do have a banana powder. I really, really like this Milani powder. It is very nice. I feel like it's reminiscent of my Too Faced medium powder that I normally use, but it's a little bit deeper, so that's the color of this powder. And yes, I have used this a couple times to set under my eyes, and I really do like the way that it sets. So I'm going to pick up a little bit on the same size of sponge, so I got, I'm going to tap off the excess on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to go right in with this powder. I'm not noticing any creasing right off of the bat. A little bit under the eye, a little bit. Let me see. Right there where my lines are. Go in and smooth it out a little bit. So that's what it's looking like under my eyes so far. That's what it's looking like under the eye so far. I'm going to go in with my setting powder now in medium deep. I'm going to just take what's left on the back of my hand and go into the side. Go down the middle and on my forehead. So I'm just setting everywhere that I put that concealer. Alright, I'm going to let that stay for a minute. I'm not going to bake. I really want to try this thing that I saw Ellery try on, like, not try, but she said she does it on her channel when I was watching her video, which is instead of wiping away the setting powder, she just kind of like takes her beauty blender and just blends everything in. So I'm going to try that, but right now while I'm letting that settle in, I'm going to finish off the eyes using the Pure Passions palette. Alright, so I'm going to go with my Morphe bronzer and kind of just warm up the skin a little bit. Alright, so now I'm going to just kind of, I got a lot under there. I'm going to kind of try to press it in like how she does. Press this in using my sponge. Go ahead and just press all that in and melt the powder That's why I didn't want to go in with too much. Keep it in kind of press in. Hey, so this is what my under eye is looking like. I think it looks pretty flawless. I don't think it looks bad at all. I'm going to add some blush and some highlighter. For blush, I'm going to be using the Milani Baked Blush in Fantastical Mauve. I've had this for a while. Hopefully it shows up. That's just how long I've had it. This is what it kind of looks like. It's kind of pinky purpley. I'm just going to use like just a tiny bit of this. Just a little bit. Alright, I'm going to go in with the highlighter. This is the Milani highlighter in Dayglow 02. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to use this little tiny little brush right here to highlight. And so that's pretty much it. I'm going to set my face down. I normally use this Prime Light by Milani. And it really does add like a luminosity to the skin. But I pretty much don't need it because the foundation kind of does that on its own. What I am going to do is and y'all know I don't ever do this, I'm going to set my face using a pressed powder. I went into the drugstore and saw that Rimmel had some new Stay Matte pressed powders and some deeper shades, and so this is what the shade Pecan kind of looks like. So I'm just gonna take this pressed powder. I do have the Maybelline Super Stay full coverage powder as well in 362 Truffle, but I've never tried the foundation. I still have the foundation, hadn't tried it yet, but this is what the Rimmel Stay Matte and Pecan looks like. It's 031 Pecan. It's a lightweight powder formulated with neutral minerals for up to 5 hours matte finish. So I'm just going to put it like everywhere where I'm just going to pick up a little bit on my brush and put it everywhere else because I don't want this to move. So I'm just going to put it everywhere else. And I'm just doing this because this foundation really does kind of transfer and I don't want it to transfer. So done anything like that in a while. Normally I set stuff like my Makeup Revolution. I'll set that because it's really dewy. So yeah. Try to tone and highlight a little bit. Alrighty, so I'm gonna set my face down real quick and then we'll do lips. Alright, so I'm gonna use the Make It Dewy Setting Spray by Milani. Alright. And for lips, I cannot find my Teddy Bear by Milani. It's my absolute favorite nude. If you guys have never checked it out, you need to check out the shade Teddy Bear by Milani. So, let me see my eyes real quick. See what I'm going to do. I have 3 colors sitting here. I don't think I'm going to go too deep with the lips. But then again, I don't really know. I have a color Naturally Chic here. And I do have a gloss. I have Sangria as well. I think I'm going to go in with Sangria. Let's try Sangria. I haven't worn this in a long time. This used to be one of the ones I used to wear all the time. And this one is kind of pinky purple. Ooh, I don't know if I want to do this deep color. I haven't worn deep color on my lips in a long time. Let's see. This is the completed look, guys. This concealer, let's see. Let me get in my real mirror here and then I'll zoom you guys in. Everything is looking okay. I feel like I do look a little dry under the eyes. And I do have some fine lines under here. So, I mean, it's gonna crease eventually in that area. But I'm gonna wear this and then I'm gonna wear this out. I have a few errands I need to go run and then I'll let you guys know how it was. So check-in time is going to be 3:57. I still got my Christmas and New Year's thing on there. So 3:57 is going to be the check-in time. And when I got finished with my makeup, I'm going to go run my errands, and then I'll come back later to show you guys how this concealer kind of held up. It's looking. So yes, I'll see you guys in a few. Guys, so this is the final look. Alright, so this is what the concealer is looking like. Let's see. Do I look great to y'all? Hopefully not. I feel like everything is set in place. My under eyes do look a little bit dry, and I did use the Ole Henriksen's banana, is it banana eye cream? The under eye cream to prep my eyes before this, and my eyes do look a little dry at the moment. So I can say that this concealer does look full coverage right off the bat. It is a little matte, as well as the powder is a little matte as well. So yeah, I'm just going to wear this for a few hours. I'm going to go run some errands, and then I will be back to show you guys how this all held up. So yeah, so this is what it's looking like so far. Let me come in closer so you guys can see. Alrighty. Alright, so I'm going to wear this for a few hours, go run my errands, come back, and I'll be back to let you guys know how it held up. Alright, see you guys. Guys, so I'm coming to do the final check-in. Let's see what time it is. It's 8:49. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it is 8:49. Just turned 8:50. So I think I did this like right before 4 o'clock. So I probably had this on for like 5 hours now. So I'm gonna just come in a little closer so you guys can see what the concealer is looking like underneath my eyes. I don't know whether I feel like the shade, the undertones may be a little off, because I felt like I kind of look a little gray under the eyes as opposed to how I usually look. So I need something with a little more golden in it. So I think I might go back and get another shade. Other than that, I really do like this concealer. It did hold up. Now, the true test would be to hold up in the summer heat in South Carolina in 100 and something degree weather while you outside watching your boyfriend play flag football. When I tell you my Too Faced concealer was the only thing that held up in the summer, I don't even know if I want to put this to the test of even doing that, but I just wanted to come on here really quickly to show you guys how it held up. I think it looks nice. It was full coverage right out the bat. I didn't have to double dip and go back in and get more concealer. A lot came out on the wand. I do like the wand. It's reminiscent of the Fenty Beauty wand. And I don't know about the blendability. I can't really judge it because I let it sit for a minute, but I was able to still blend it. So I would recommend going in, and you can apply it all over and then just immediately going and blending it instead of letting it sit, because it did start to dry down pretty quickly. Once I started to go back and blend it, it was already kind of dried down. All right, so let's see what else. So far this concealer gets a thumbs up for me. And I do look forward to wearing it again. I'm going to go back and see if I can pick up another shade. Maybe do another video at a later time. But yes, I think you should definitely try this concealer. If you have already tried this concealer, leave it down in the comments and let me know how you feel about it. And yes, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And I will see you guys in my next one. Alright? Bye!